Hello, hello! I'm back, and I know the Mitten Mania was supposed to be for October, and it really was. I've been making mittens like crazy, but I still had one more video that I wanted to do and show you guys because I just updated my basic mitten pattern, which I just love working on. It's so easy. It's perfect for scraps. I've been making these for 15 years at least, no more. So I present to you Tinna's mittens. These are so easy to make, and just if you haven't made wearables, this is a great place to start. And since I want everybody to be able to give it a go, I'm going to show you in the video how to make the fingerless version, but I'm going to include a code here on the screen now that allows everybody for this month. If you use this code in my shop, you will get the written pattern with instructions and everything and step-by-step specs for free. Haha, my gift to you. So I really won't just, but if you could then just all make a pair. Is that a deal? It's not like a well, it would make me insanely happy to see some of these mittens pop up in my feed because they're so much fun. So I've been making these here, and these are made in Aran. The pattern comes in 5 sizes, extra small to extra large. And the original was Aran weight wool or yarn, and the 5mm hook. So this is, for example, the medium size in that. That's what fit me. And I love, here I had one full ball of this dark blue. It's like navy blue. I don't know if you can see it. And then I had some scraps of orange, different kinds of orange. And I just went as far as I could with the blue. And then I had different colors there on top. And I love these. I'm seeing many more of these in my future. That was the medium. This is the small. Look how cute they are. You can use up the smallest bits of scraps. I used different kinds for this, and then I had a bit of the black, and it just ties it together. So it's like a pair, but it's like a mismatchy pair. Love it. But what I'm going to show you today is how to make the fingerless version. The other one, it's the same, you start the same, it's just a bit different, then you can follow the pattern for the rest of it. But the fingerless version is so cool. Yes. I've given this to all my rocker friends, and they just love it, and I love mine as well. And these are so quick and nice to make. I'm making these in bulky, and it literally takes an hour to make the pair, I swear. And they work up so fast because this is the extra small pattern, and then it fits all grown-ups because it's nice to have them they are a bit tight in the first, but then if you're using wool at least, then they will sort of mold to the form of your hands and just grow with you, and it's just they're just wonderful. So today I'm going to show you from start to finish how to make these. It's super quick and a great Christmas present. I'm so bad, I've been giving this to everybody my friends just because I wanted to make everybody a pair. So but they do make for a great Christmas present. I should be saving them for Christmas present. Just to show you a bit how you can then play with the sizes, because it comes in 5 sizes, but you can use any weight of yarn for this. So for example here I have, this was small and this was small. So this is small here. This is like a kitty size in the original Aran yarn. Then it's maybe, I would say 7-8 year olds. And then you have the small in bulky weights with a 6.5mm hook. And then it fits for adults. These are a bit big for me, but I have small hands. And these are so nice and thick. Oh my God. I'm using Icelandic wool for these, but you can use whatever. And obviously it's best to always buy locally, but wool really is the best. Another sample of the sizes is this here. This is the original Aran extra small. So that's maybe kids, I would say 5-6 years old. And then this is in DK, and then it would be just maybe 2-3 years old. They're so cute. And look what I made. Aren't they cute? I'm a bit obsessed with this cross stitching on stuff at the moment. So, and yes, in that, I'm going to show you also what's coming next. Maybe probably not tomorrow, but next week. I've been working on my hookah slippers. Aren't they cute? Look at that. And I put leather on the back, leather soles, and some embroidery. These are for my little niece. I just love them, really. So that's next up, and they sort of go together. They make a beautiful pair to give these together. You can make the same colors and they really go together because it's just single crochet. But these are so cute. These are in bulky weight for grown-ups. Made these for my son, and these don't have, so you don't have to do the leather sole at all, but it does give a really nice extra touch to do that. And I'll show you how to. I already filmed the soles. I'm just gonna have to finish the pattern, and I will do a tutorial on these as well, because I'm all about what holiday presents now. So I've made tons of these, as you can see, all kinds of beautiful fingerless gloves. So easy, such a great gift, and just for you to keep warm and snuggly, because that's what we want when we're going into winter now. So that's what we're going to do here today. I'm going to show you from start to finish how to make the fingerless Tinna's mitten version, and then you can get the pattern for free. Just the code is just one use per person, and I'll have it active until the end of the month, so you have plenty of time to get your copy. And I do hope that you will, and that you check them out and make some woolly wonders and happy gifts for your loved ones, because that's what we're all about. I'm gonna shut the you-know-what up and show you how to make these. Doodaloo, let's go. Okay, so off we go. I'm going to show you what I've been up to. I have been making these like crazy for the last couple of weeks. I've given away, I don't know, 3 or 4 pairs, and I have about 5 here, I think. And I'm making more for Christmas, and it's just so much fun. And it's such a nice gift to give in the autumn when it's getting cold, and just it's like a way to let your friends and loved ones know that you're thinking of them and want them to stay warm. It's nice. So this is just from my basic Tinna's mitten pattern. That's I've been making these for since when the boys were born. Like the last 15, 16 years. And it's just these here. It's the same. It's just one pattern for but for the both of them. Like this is the mitten pattern. I just made these last night. Aren't they cute? I can make a tutorial on this as well if you like. So it's the same pattern, and basically it's just either you continue up to the top here and do the decrease and close it off, and the same with the thumb, or like with these it's just even quicker because you don't have to finish the thumb. You can even leave just have the thumb hold, but I think it's more proper to have them like this, and it's especially quick because I'm making these in bulky. This here, the pattern originally comes for iron weight and a 5mm hook, but for these today, let us get on topic. You need bulky yarn. I'm using Álafosslöpi, which is Icelandic wool, which is a wonderful material. It's a bit coarse when you start working with it, but like I said, once you start wearing it, it gets soft and it still has some fat in it, and it's just really good. And it's actually water repellent as well. We say, yeah, for us it's like it's the answer to all things is the wool. So I'm using this wool here. You can use any kind of bulky weight or yarn. You can also use like this is DK weight here. You can use that as well. Then you just have to go up in size. Like this one here was I'm not sure if it was the large, I think I made here. But instead with the bulky, then I'm using extra small, which I'm going to show you today. So, you can go both ways, but I think they're usually just even more cool like this, like a bit like rock and roll. Okay, so we will need 100-gram ball of bulky weight yarn and a 6.5mm hook. You don't really need the whole ball for the fingerless version. So, like I have these scraps here. I'm using up all kinds of scraps. And you just need like a little bit for the ripping and some for this. So I'm going to use this here, but I probably will need a bit of this because this, well, I don't know. We'll see if this is enough. I don't think so, but we'll see. So less than 100 grams of bulky weight, 6.5mm hook, and we're good to go. Let's go make some presents. Okay, first up is we start by making the ribbing. and that is just back loop only, back and forth, single crochet. And as you can see, it's quite stretchy and it has a lovely texture on it, and it's just very nice, I think. So we start by chaining up 9 chains with the color that you're going to use for the ribbing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boys coming in. Okay, we're gonna do an 8 stitch ribbing here. Yeah, and we're doing the size extra small, and this fits both me and my sons, which are now like the big one. And you know, I think extra small or small, it really fits for both men and women, because then especially when you make it in wool, then it really does sort of it grows with you, can you say. Okay, we do 9 chains, and then we're going to skip the first chain here. Obviously we can't go in the one that's on up on the loop. We're going to skip this first chain here, go into the second one, yarn over, pull the yarn up. We have 2 loops up on our hook, yarn over and pull through 2, and we repeat. And remember, when you see here this is all open and inviting, then we know we've already gone into that one, and we go into the next one. In we go, get the yarn up on the hook, go again and through 2. Yeah, so just 1 single crochet here into these 8 stitches. We skip the first. Can't really go into the first in any nice manner. Okay, 7 and 8, like so. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1, and this is a turning chain. We're not going to work into this. And oops, if I could get some yarn here, please. Yes. We go back again, and we're going to skip this first chain. It's just a turning chain. It's good to look up on your, like on the top of your stitches here, because we're just going to work into the back loop only. Okay, so it's good to look here, and we're going to go into the back loop only, skipping the turning chain there. You see, back loop only, go in, get the yarn, come up, and go again, and go through 2. And now we do again 8 single crochets all over, always back loop only, and that is what gives us this texture for the ribbing. Okay, here, and that's the last one here. You do want to keep count on your stitches always. Every once in a, every 3 or 4 rows you can count them, but this is all we're going to be doing, and you're going to do 16 rows of this, just back and forth, exactly like the last stitch I showed you, last row, sorry. And once you have done 16, I'm going to show you how to count as well. When you count here, you go hop to one ribbing. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, or 18. You can also, if you count from the other side, then you just kind of count the ridges. You know, like 1. I just think of them like the mountain row. Like the ant is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that means you have 16. Because it's 2 per each. Okay, it's 1 stitch unraveled here. Okay, so once you have 16, you can make more also at this stage. If you have smaller yarn, it's really easy to adapt. You want this to fit quite snugly here. You know, it's nice that it's snug, because it's always going to stretch out a bit, and you want this to be snug. Now we're going to make this here. We're gonna connect it so that's in a tube, and then we're gonna work the first round here on one end. So you take it like so, just where you have the hook in, okay? And we're gonna find this here. It's sort of like the turning chain here from the beginning. It's just on the top there. And we're gonna get the yarn. Now we're gonna crochet these 2 short sides together with slip stitches, okay? We get the yarn, we pull it straight through both. Okay, and then we're gonna work only into the front loop here. And it's always good to count 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Just count your little holes there so you know where you're going. Okay, we're gonna go front loop only. So that's here, this one here on the top. You can skip the one at the top, but I'm a bit like square, so I want to And here's the first one here on the other side. And you get the yarn and swoosh, swoosh, and jiggle a bit so that it's not too tight. And we go through, you see here, and then here, and we go through all 8 stitches, joining the 2 sides. Take care not to do too tight, because then it will sort of ripple. And it'll be like tighter here on the, we don't want that. We don't want it to be like the same consistency. And since the slip stitches are the smallest stitches, they are the ones, they're a bit tight. I need to relax a bit. We have to help them relax. I have talked too much, and I have 2 stitches left on this side and 1 on this side. We could fudge it, but I know that I was just doing it. And then 8 through fewer, 8 through. Yeah, I just skipped one there. It seems. Like so. And it's okay to just do twice into 1 stitch then, or skip one. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Okay, and the last one here, and then chain 1. And as you can see here, this looks rather like, it's not the same as these here, but it looks quite similar. I think it's nice enough. And now we do the first round of the glove here around this upper edge here, okay? And we're going to do 16 stitches, the same amount of stitches that we had for the rows, okay? And we're going to work over this little tail here also that we have. So we're going to do basically 1 into each round. No, sorry, 1 into each row. So we start here, because I'm going to do the last one in this here. So we start here and do 1 here, just single crochets. 1, I'm working over the tail as well at the same time. We're not going to work into this chain here that I did. That was just 1 here, and then 1 into the ridge here, like the top of the ridge. 2. And 1 here. I don't want to go into like the very big holes like this one. I don't like this one. You can choose. I mean, this is not science. I'm not saying that I'm doing it right. I'm just saying how I like to do it. Okay, 1 here in between, and 1 at the top of the ridge here. Okay, so you just find holes there that you feel are nice. And do 1 in each. So the total stitch count here isn't terribly, like, it's nice when it just fits, but we do some increases in continuance. So I mean, if you're 1 short or you're 1 too many, it's not the end of the world. I do like it when it all just fits though. So the last one here, now we're at the, and this is the where we joined, yeah? So we do the last one here in between, the second to last, in between here, and then I'm going to do the last one sort of, there's a hole in here, sort of in the, where we did the join, okay? And this means now that we have 16 stitches, and I do 16, but we're gonna end it with the invisible, join. And since we already have 16, we're going to do our invisible join over the first stitch. If we don't do it over a stitch, then the invisible join will give you an extra stitch, but I don't want that. I just want to have exactly the same. And also if I do it over this one, then it's nicer to work into it in the next one. So we have now 16 done, and then we're going to go into not the first single crochet we did in the round here, but into the second under like this. I just pulled the yarn up from there. Okay, like so, and then back through here into the middle of it. I'm using the ass of the needle just because it's better to just I could have even done this with the hook, but yeah, so this is how you do it here. And now we have this stitch here over the first stitch we did. So basically here now we have 16 single crochets all around the ridge here. This is the same, this is the one that are here. And now we continue and work in the round. Where's in the round, up. Okay, so that's next up. Quick already, right? Okay, so I usually would change my colors. You can't do it in the same color like I did here. You can't just do it all in the same color. But even when I do the same color, I do cut the yarn here and end after this first round so that you just get a neater finish. So after the first round, we cut the yarn and finish with an invisible join, and then we start with a new color. Okay, and we can start wherever, really, it doesn't really matter. Just think about we want to work over both this tail and this one here, so usually just do it a few stitches after I finish here, and we're going to insert the hook and put it into any old stitch there. Just back loop only this first round, and the rest of the mittens is made into both loops. Okay, so we're going to yarn pull our yarn up like this and just do one chain here just to fasten, and now we're going to work one single crochet into the back loop only of each stitch of this round. So that's 16 stitches, and as you can see it's all 16, so it's 16 rows, and then we did 16 stitches, so you could do 20 rows and 20 stitches, really. I mean, it's, and the pattern comes written up in 5 sizes, so you can go up and down also in yarn, which I think is really nice, because you don't, sometimes you want to make bulky stuff and make it quick and really thick, and then sometimes you want to make more thinner items, and then it's just good to have many sizes so that you can vary and use all types of yarn, really. Okay, and now I have dropped my gray here. I was working over that tail, and I'm going to pick up the reds here from the join and work over that as well. And then we don't have to, there are only, I think, 2 tails we have to weave in the end. So we'll just continue and work over the tail here at the same time. I like so. Okay. And here we're going over the join. And this was the invisible join here we did, and you see it's a bit big, so then it's always good to, you can tuck at it here, and let's see if I can show you when it happens. There you go. Get smaller like this, okay? And when you go into that stitch, I sort of work into this and into the loop that was below it. You see? Okay, and now we've done 15, and the 16th is here in the first, where we joined the yarn in the beginning. Okay, and it is nice to put, like, you can see where it is, but it always just makes it a bit easier if you put then here. I just put a little marker here with a different color. Oop. Like so. And then I know my end of round is here. Okay, so this was round 1. Just all one single crochet into each, and the 16th here is into the same stitch as we joined into. I'm gonna tuck a bit of that as well. It's a bit big, like so. We're not gonna work into that chain here we did in the beginning of round 1. And we're going to work now, continue and working in spiral. That's in the round in a spiral. So we're not joining at the end of the round. We're just continuing, just going whoop, or just swooping along. So whoop. So we're going to skip the chain. And now we go to round 3. Sorry, yeah, this was the first one, the red. And then this was 2. And now we go to round 3. And we're going to do an increase. Sorry, I'm always confused with these two words. Increase, more stitches. We're gonna increase our stitches. So we are going to work 1 single crochet into the next one and 2 into the next one times 8, because we had 16 stitches. Okay, so we're increasing 8 stitches here. 1 into the next one and 2 into the second. When I do this, I'm usually counting like 1, and then I do 2. Whoops. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. It's just like this the whole round. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets. So like I said, like if you get a wrong stitch count after the first round, it's okay, but it's nice when it fits here, I must say. And everything's just the way it's supposed to be, because if not in crochet, then in what aspects of life will that happen? Okay, this fits all beautifully here. We have 1 in the next one and 2 into the last one. And it's nice to have these 2 here because we're sort of trying to make up for the fact that this is a joint, but we're just going in spiral. So it kind of like, it's nice that we end there. And now you should have 16 plus 8, 24 stitches. Okay, and now this was round 3, and we're going to do 2 more rounds, which is just, just 1 single crochet into each stitch. So we do a 5 rounds total. Okay, so and when you're counting it, you count this one first, this one, the red one, and then 2 and 3, and this is the 4th. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of rounds till I have 5 rounds done, and you see this is my marker here, so I have to go, this is 4, and then 5, and then I get back to you, okay? Alrighty then, I've done the first 5 rounds, and so this is the join here. I mean, it's not perfect, you can always notice it, sort of, but I think it's nice enough. I just situate it so that it's on the thumb, so you really can't see it very much when you put it on. When you're counting your rows again, you count the first one of the red here, of the first round we did in the same color as the ribbing, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you're counting your stitches, you just count each V here, okay? So you should have 24 stitches now. But if you don't, it's no biggie really, because we're gonna add 4 stitches here in this round now, and sometimes if I have you know, you should have 24. If I have 25, I just add 3 here. If I have 23, then I will add 5 in this round. Like, it's not, it's all good. So, but I actually have the right stitch count because I was taking care to do it correctly. And now we're just gonna add then in every, what is this, 6th stitch here? It doesn't have to be exactly, but I mean, it's 2 stitches in each, okay? So we start by doing 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here in the 6th we do 2 again. Okay, 1 and 2. Now we've added 2 stitches total, this one and this one, and we're gonna do the same 2 twice again then. 1, 2, whoops, 3, 4, 5. And then add 2. If you have more or less stitches to count, no, to add, then you just have fewer or longer in between the way. Like, it's just, the pattern just says, you know, add 3, increase 4 stitches evenly. So, I mean, okay, this was the 3rd. And if we, which stitch, yeah, it's this one here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we add 2. And then we're going to do 5 more, and that's finishing round 6. And once we finish round 6 here, see both from where we put our little marker here, and this is where the 2 stitches are, the first increase of round 6. Now we're going to do round 7, and that is the thumb hole round. So we're just going to jump over, whoops, sorry. We're just gonna jump here over 6 stitches, which will be our thumb hole, okay? And this is so easy, just actually, like the only way you can muck this up is if you think it too much. So what we do is just count here, keep your yarn here as usually, ready, set, go to crochet, but we're just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're gonna go into the 7th, both loops as always. And we're going to do 1 single crochet here and take care to do it a bit tightly so that because we're jumping over so many. Okay? See here, this will be a thumb here. It's just nice to have it on the inside when you're doing the first rounds. And now, this was 1. Now we have, what is 24 minus 6? We have 18 stitches left here, and that is going to be for our fingers. Okay, and it depends how many rounds I will usually make. I think 7 or 8 rounds here now. It just depends on how long you want them to be, and how I'm continuing just 1 stitch in each, 1 single crochet into each here. Sorry, by the way. But really, the amount of rounds that you will do now really is just up to you. But like I said, I usually do 7. 7, yes. 7 plus 6, so that's 13. But maybe sometimes I think for my son I did like a total of 15. But like I said, this is really up to you. But now, after we did the jump, we just continue. And now we know always that our join is at the thumb. So now we know here that I've done, when finishing here. Oops. Watching it through the camera is always a bit. So now when I get to here, we finished 1 round here. And then that was with the 5, 6, 7. That was 7, and now we start round 8, and we're just going to continue and work straight into the first stitch we did here after we skipped, and just work 1 single crochet into each. And as you can see, this is so quick and easy. It is amazing. Okay, I'm going to show you now when we pop out the thumb. Whoop. There you go. So this is what it looks like now. It's just nice to have it like on the inside, so it's not in your way when you're doing the first round here, or going over the join again. So now just continue and work 1 stitch into each, and I'm going to do the same until you have a total of, let's say, 13 to 15 rounds. I'm just going to see which length I want. Okay, so just 1 stitch into each, and now we're only working into these here, and we're saving these here. We're going to do the thumb here in a bit. Okay, so 1 single crochet into each stitch. Just continue. It's so nice. You're working a spiral. You don't even have to join. This is mindless crochet at its best, and at the end you have a lovely gift. Win-win. Continue, and I will catch up with you on row 13, 14-ish. Okay, so I'm finishing here round 13. Sorry, more coming than going. My house is like a little community center for teenage boys. But I wouldn't want it any other way. Okay, so I just finished here. I am finishing round 13 total. So that's 6 here up to the thumb, and then 12, 4, 6. No, begin with. This was here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, 14. Yeah, 14 total. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I made this one here is with 14, and this one is with 15. Like, I didn't even notice I was doing them different kinds, but you can just stop really where you want. And once you decide, I only have this much left also, and I want to use it for the thumb, so don't want to make it any longer. So total of 14 to 15, 16 rounds here if you want. And then once we get here to where the thumb is, we're gonna do, just to even it out a bit, we're gonna do 2 slip stitches. So that's just like 1 here, whoop, and 2. And then we are going to cut our yarn. You don't have to leave a long tail or anything, just, and we're gonna pull it through like so. Take care to not be too harsh when you pull it through, because you don't want this loop here to get any smaller. Just want it to be the same gauge as the rest of them. And then we're just going to thread our needle here, and we're going to work the invisible join here over 1 stitch. We're going to do it like this. Whoop. Go here under this one, and then back into the middle of this one. Also to get a bit of the back side as well, like so. And then this will just be the end of the round there. You can see a little bit of whoop here, but then you can tug it at a bit, and once you start using it, you honestly don't really notice it. And then we just weave in 1 out of 2 ends that we have to weave in. And since this is wool I have here, I do not have to do it many times or anything. I just have to pull it through like so, and then it will just felt itself with the rest of the wool there. Okay, so that was it for that. And now we just have to do the thumb. I said, I've been doing this almost real time here, the video, it's so quick. Okay, and so we get to the thumb here. We're just gonna do, when I start here, I work over my tail, so I have less tail, so I want to start with a small tail because then it's not in my way. Okay, we're gonna start by inserting our hook onto both loops of the first stitch here that we skipped in round 7. You remember when we skipped the 6, we're gonna start here in the first of the 6. And we're gonna pull the yarn up and make 1 chain. We will not be working into this chain. And now we're going to work 5 more single crochets here, both loops onto both loops of the rest of the stitches here. We had 6 stitches for the thumb. 1, and this is not hard at all, but it is a bit fiddly because it's so small. 2, 3, and now I've worked over my tail, you see. 4, and 5, and we are going to add then 3 stitches here over the join, or over where the thumb meets the body of the mitten, and then there's 1 stitch more here in the end, which is really the 6th. Okay, so we already have 5 here, and we're gonna add 3. I'm gonna add 1 here in this little hole here, 1, and then I'm gonna add 1 here, sort of just on the inside here, 2, and 1 in this one here. It doesn't really matter into which ones when you go, but I made quite a few of these, and I think these are the nicest. Okay, so that's 3 extra, and then we have the 6th stitch of the original 6 here. We're gonna work in 1 single crochet into the same stitch as we fastened our yarn here. Okay, but that was like 5 stitches plus 3, 8, and this is then the 9th stitch of this round 1. Again, we're gonna work into spiral. And that just means we're going to continue here, can skip the chain and work onto both loops. And usually I do, in bulky, I will do like 3 or 4 rounds, just 1 single crochet into each stitch. And now you have 9 stitches total after we added those 3. Okay. Opa. Sorry, it is a bit like, okay, like so. Oops. That's 2 rounds done. Let's make 1 more and then fit it. So you can see this is not a very exact pattern, and it's very easy to go up and down the sizes. I mean, I've done that all for you in the pattern itself, the written pattern. You get 5 sizes. But it's nice because it's not so exact, and they always turn out really cute, and they are kind of rock and roll, you know. They really are. I really like them. All my friends have been very happy. Okay, that's 3 done. I think I've been doing 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Okay, let's see here. 2. No, I've just been doing 3. Should we then try it on maybe? See if 3 is fine. Oops. Yeah, 3 is cool, I think. Okay, that's 3 rounds here. You can go further if you want. Obviously, when you're doing the mittens, you just continue and go a bit further and close it up. The same as with here, you know, we're just up to here with mitten, then you would just continue and close it up here, but we're just going to do the fingerless version, and this looks quite nice. So we're just going to stop here then after 3 rounds, and then cut the yarn. Here I like to actually leave an extra long tail. I'll show you why. And we're going to pull on, no, we're first going to have to do 1 slip stitch here. Okay, and so there is one thing here that you should keep in mind. So I'm keeping all the sort of wobbly bits on the same side. This here is the original join, and then I'm going to do the slip stitch here, so then the front part is nicer. So there's one part, like side, that is nicer than the other, but I think nobody ever noticed this unless for us, but still. Okay, 1 slip stitch here after we did 3 rounds, and I have my extra long tail. I'm going to pull it through gently like so, and then I am going to thread my needle and finish with the invisible join going over 1 stitch here, like so. And then, oops, back in here like this. And then I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to pop it inside here and get it from the other side. And we're going to turn our mitten inside out. I didn't even use all of this, so as you can see, it needs very little yarn for each. This is great. This is great for using up scraps. I've been using up really old scraps. I was renovating the basement and found a lot of lopi, which is Icelandic wool, and I've been using it up, and it gives me great satisfaction. I must say, making something useful for from some little scraps that I've had for ages. Oh, pure bliss. Okay, so now we're here on the inside. This is the tail that we worked over here. It's always good to tuck at your tails before trimming them off. Whoop-a. And these here, we worked over all these. Already tucked at this. Tuck and snip. Okay, that's it. And then I'm going to show you why I leave this long tail here. So we have a bit of like some of it is obviously, you know, bulky. But you see here around where we added the stitches here, we have it's a bit holy. So what I will do usually, if I'm feeling like it, because we like good finish. I know my grannies are looking down on me and appreciate it when I do these kind of things. So we're gonna just take a few stitches and go over here, basically just reinforcing it there where we added the new stitches and here around the base of the thumb. And there is no exact science to this either. I just sort of go over here as I see fit. Just trying to both cover a bit up the holes here. And like I said, reinforcing these bits here that were a little holy, you see. Holy. Okay, you see, just to give it that extra. This one here is a bit big as well, you see. I'm gonna go over this one. This is like when I'm making these for someone. This is like extra bit, a little bit of care and attention for these people, you know. So, this is love. Stitching up the little holes just so that they absolutely would not be cold, and these will be durable and keep them warm for a very long time. Okay, you can do as much as little of this as you like. I think I'm about happy here now. You see, I'm just going back and forth, and it's the same color, and you can't really tell from the other side, so it's all good. Okay, this will be the last one, and obviously now we don't have to weave our end anymore in, but you see it is a bit nicer. You see, now there are no holes. No cold, keeping the cold out. Well, obviously you have the tips of the fingers that are out, but still. Okay, and that's it. We're finished. It's done. Did I say it was quick, or did I say it was quick? It is so goddamn quick and cute. Et voila! It is all ready, and like I said, it's a bit. It is very snug when you try the first time out, but it's better like that. My son told me he wanted his this like this as well, so that it was really snug, because then at least the wool will give a bit leeway. And there you go, all ready. And this one here was, you know, you can make it longer or shorter if you like, but I think these are just lovely. See, I'll give my friend this one. Okay, that's it for today. I really hope you will make some of these. They're so fun, and like I said again, make for such a beautiful gift, as well as the mittens. So hope you check out the pattern, or just crochet along here and make some fingerless gloves with me. Let's go. Ciao, until next time. Okay, so I've been going great making fingerless gloves, and lots of gloves, mittens in all kinds of sizes, and then now I'm on to slippers. These here, I made these. This is an old favorite. But yeah, so I'm going, it's the first day of real snow here today in Iceland. And I am ready. Today I'm going to show you how to make these fingerless mittens. I've made loads of these and given most of them away actually, but I still have this chunk here. So these here are mine. I absolutely love them. I've been wearing them every day. And they get just softer because this is Icelandic wool, so it is a bit harsh when you first make them. But then you start wearing them and they kind of just mold to your hand, and I just love them. And these are all with bulky weights because those that just take no time to make. It's like 30 minutes. So I love making these, and I made like a pair. This one here was for my son. He got purple with his purple because his coat is purple in this color. This one I did make for me, but was a bit big. This one was with scraps here, a little bit of a detail there. And then these here are in DK, which is a whole nother thing, obviously. But they are really, oh, sorry, nice too. So you can do them. And this is the same pattern for the fingerless gloves as for the gloves. And it's basically you just stop earlier. Like it's not, you just go up to here. So it's just quicker and a little bit less fuzzy, and you need less yarn, but I mean, it's the same thing. I just finished these last night. Whoops. Really like them. Because I only had like one skein of this blue here, and then I found these two purples. No, purples, whoa, what's happening? Two oranges, and I thought they looked so cute together. So I just thought it's the last day of October. It is Halloween, Hallows Eve, and I was doing my mitten madness in October. So this is my last chance. So now I've revised this pattern, and I am filming this here on Halloween. Probably won't make it out tonight, but it is. Ooh! I'm hoping the spirits will come down and help me out a bit here. But yeah, so my woolly production here. I just want to show you, and let's go. I'm gonna show you how to make a pair of these here. They are so nice.